Well, hello everyone. Once again, we're touring the church and we're going into places that you may have never seen before, may never want to see again. We are in what is called the riser room. And if you remember a few years ago, Pastor Casey had an interesting experience with a water leak. And that's because this system right here is our fire control system. It attaches to all the sprinklers. And this is the water that we have in all the sinks and drinking fountains and things like that. So that's why it's called the riser room, but it's full of water. And of course, partly why I'm here is to talk to you about water. I was reading in John chapter 4 the other day, and I came across this interesting couple of verses. Now, just to give you a preview, most of you, I think, are familiar with this little story about Jesus in Samaria. And he and the disciples stopped to have lunch. And when they went to get lunch, Jesus found a woman at the well and took up a conversation with him. There's some interesting things about that. One is that Jewish men seldom talked to women they didn't know. And most Jews had nothing to do with Samaritans. So Jesus is talking to a woman. He's talking to a Samaritan woman, and to top it all off, he also knows that she is kind of not the most moral woman in town. So it's kind of interesting that he has this conversation with her, but even more interesting is these two verses. This is verses 13 and 14. This is what it says. Jesus answered her and said, "Everyone who drinks of this water shall thirst again." She was there to draw water from the well. And so he makes that statement. Let me read it again. "Everyone who drinks of this water shall thirst again, but," conjunction, which turns the phrase, "whoever drinks of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst." But, second conjunction, which makes it even more of a contrast, "the water I shall give him shall become in him a well of water springing up to eternal life." Wow. You shall become a spring. Now, Jesus is speaking here not of us becoming sources of water. Like, can you imagine a river flowing out of you, or even just something as simple as a creek or a spring? He's talking spiritually about what can come out of us when he puts something into us. And so the spring is a never-ending source of water. And Jesus promises that if you are willing to drink of the water that he offers you, that on a continual basis, that you will become a continual source of life for other people. In other words, this isn't just to keep you from being thirsty. This is for you to find other people who are thirsty and allowing that to flow out of you into them, into eternal life. So I hope that this is a little trip into this room has been interesting to you. Even more important, I hope that you want to now quench your thirst through Jesus and allow his living water to flow out of you into the lives of others who are thirsty. God bless.